Warriors. Hello, how are you? How have you been? How's everything going? Let's see who we have. Let's see what we got going on. Happy holidays. How are you? How are you, work life warriors? It's been a while. It's been about like a month since I've been live. How are you? How have you been? Write in the chat, share with me below how you've been in the last month or so. As you know, this is my busy season, and so I've been extremely busy. I've been doing a lot of work, so I haven't had a chance to do some lives, but I thought that this was a perfect time to hop on and talk to you about some important things, some changes that you can make in your life, how we can do it together. Happy holidays. Happy holidays, work life warriors. Janet, happy holidays. Did you enjoy your holidays? Yes, so I've been busy. This is my busy season. As you know, I teach stress management. I work with companies and I help them to retain their employees by changing the work environment. I also work with professionals. And so I help you figure out what are your stressors and create a plan to manage your daily stressors to make sure that you are increasing the quality of your life. And so I've been very busy. This is my busy season. With the new year coming up, everyone wants to change and grow and manage their stressors so that they can manifest whatever it is that, their dreams are, their passions are, just overall improve the quality of their lives. And so this is a very, very busy season for me. And so I decided that I needed to stop and practice what I preach and basically practice wellness. I don't want to be a hypocrite. I've been running myself, pulling myself between a couple of different things. And so I thought that it would be a great opportunity for me to enjoy this week before the new year. I still have some work to do, but I kind of lighten my load so that I can focus on wellness. And so I'm calling this week Wellness Week. And I thought it would be a great idea to show you some of the things that I do to prepare for the new year, to reassess, reevaluate, to, just think about what went well, what can be improved, think about my highlights of the year, and give you the top 5 techniques that I use to kind of jumpstart my year. And so, do you have any New Year's resolutions? Do you do that? I don't necessarily have New Year's resolutions because I have monthly goals, but I do like to take this time after Christmas and before New Year's, which is also Kwanzaa. So happy Kwanzaa, everyone. But I like to take this time to reevaluate and reassess and set some goals up for the following month, the following year. And one of my favorite ways to do that is a buy list, right? And so today, let's see if if you can see my screen. Not that great with technology, but let's see if I can get you to see my screen. But a buy list is basically you name a couple of things that you want to achieve within the year, and you put them on a list. So it could be spiritual, family, health, career, fun, social, whatever goals or missions or things you want to try, you put on this list. And since 2023 is coming up, that will be the year that we work this list. We want to name it 24 things by 2024. So a 24 by 24 list. So my favorite part about this list is, of course, that you make it. So it's for you. You put the things you want to do on it, and it's like a motivator. You wake up every day. You basically look at your list, and put in perspective the things that you have to do today and what you can do if you can accomplish one of your things on your list. It is a fun and proactive way to try something new, to make sure that you're always on top of your goals. And I personally have been doing this by list since 2015. Yes, so it's been about 7 years for me. I've really enjoyed the list. Oh, actually 2014. I really enjoy the list. It is a great way to help streamline my ideas, to see what I need to accomplish in a fun way. It makes me accountable. It holds me accountable. If you want to build a community, y'all can do your buy list together. And so, again, it's a great way to stay on top of things. So I'm gonna just read to you some of the things that I had on my buy list for last year. So first thing that I do is I create a folder on my desktop and I name it Open Daily. And in this folder, I have all of the things that as soon as I wake up, after I do my prayers, my meditations, I look at my agenda, I center myself for the day. I go and I open this folder and I call it Open Daily. Now, in it, I have all of my goals. I have my buy list. I have my 30, 60, 90, 180 day goals. I have my 1 year plan, my 5 year plan, my 10 year plan, and my 25 year plan. I also have buy list for years to come. Like right now in my folder, I have about 25 by 25 because I like to plan ahead. And so I like to start to add things on my list way before the top of the year. So I like to build my list as the year as the days go past. So for instance, say if a friend talks about something really cool that they learned or did or tried, and you want to do it, but you know it's not enough time to do it within this year, then you could put it on your list for next year. I also have a continuing education timeline and plan. I have like daily goals up there. And then because I focus on my character more than anything, I ultimately want to master myself. That is my goal here, to grow and have fun while doing it. And so, with that, I also have my 13 virtues. So, I like to look over the 13 virtues that are important to me and model my life after these 13 virtues and practice them, and so that they can be ingrained in my being, in my character, and focus less on my personality, but what type of contribution I want to make in this world, or how do I want to share myself with this world. And so I put it in here. And like I said, the next list, because we'll be in 2023, so it will be a 24 by 24 list. And so I'm going to tell you about some of the things that I had and accomplished on my 23 by 23 list. This is 11. Okay. Yes. And so I had some health goals up there. I wanted to go back to my 80% vegetarian, vegan, raw. I wasn't necessarily consistent throughout the year, but it was a goal. I wanted to get back into shape. I've been so busy serving others, growing and developing, spending so much time in nature that I haven't necessarily been exercising. Although I've been walking in nature, that's not really exercise. It's not cardio, at least, because I really do take my time. I had, take a virtual class, which I took several. I had starting a laughter yoga community, which I did last year. We were meeting every Sunday to practice laughter yoga. And two, it got cold, so I'll pick that back up in 2023. So that will go on my list. I had things like travel, which I got to travel. That was so much fun. I wanted to get some certifications and take a tech class. I took 2 tech classes. They were fun and engaging, but I wish I retained more of the knowledge. I'll have to continue learning with my technology. That's the only way that I can get better. I wanted to post monthly wellness videos. I did that. I did take a little break. So I have 24 things on this list that I wanted to accomplish. I had a bonus. So 23 items by 2023 with a bonus. I wanted to write gratitude letters and prepare care packages for those that I love. So as you like I said, I like to write my list throughout the year so that I have perspective. It's not just at the end of the year I'm throwing a whole bunch of things on my 24 by 24 list. I like to write it throughout the year. And so what I do is separate it, based on maybe 4 or 5 areas that are very important to me. Some could be for you: spirituality, health, career, family, social life, many more: fun, play, all those types of things. I look, the sun is shining through, not giving me good light, but yes. So I split it up and figured out which goals are important to me and kind of feel, if it's 24 goals, you can split it up over maybe 5 or 6 different areas of your life and fill in some goals for each. And so, again, you could do it throughout the year, but we still have a week to fill in what it is that you want to do. So, really think hard about your bucket list, the things you want to accomplish, the things you want to try, the places you want to go, the people you want to meet. Just think hard about it, who you want to become, the work you want to do on yourself, the things you want to accomplish, and write it out on this list. And so, again, like I said, I've been building my list. So far, I have about 10 things on there. And the beauty about this list is as you accomplish, each thing on your list, you scratching through, there is a feature on Microsoft Word, which is review, and then you put track changes. So you can go in and try to delete each line or each goal, and it will scratch through it, right? Give you the feeling that you scratched through it. And so as you complete each thing on your list, you scratch it off. And it is I can't even explain it. It's beyond satisfying to scratch a goal off the list or check it complete. And I think we forget how important it is for us to set goals, meet goals, and set more, right? To help us grow, develop, and improve the quality of our lives. So it is so satisfying. You set your goals, you look at them daily, and you find opportunities throughout the day to try to meet your goal, and then you scratch it off the list, right? The beauty of the list is whatever you don't do from the following year, you could just roll it over onto the next year. So as you're building your list throughout the year, you could start pre-building 2003's list, 2004 list. But as you're pre-building, you put things on there, and then you could roll over what you didn't do. And sometimes you just can't accomplish it all in 1 year, especially as your list grows. So imagine, like, when a person started this, like, you know 2001, it wasn't a lot of things to put on the list, like 12 things by 2012. That's not a lot compared to now. We're at 24, and the list will continue to grow. And so you may not always accomplish everything that's on your list, and that's okay. This is just a tool to help you streamline what's important to you, to help you focus on what's important to you, to just kind of have a guiding post to keep you focused on your goals. And you put it in a place that's easy to get to, that you can look at every single day. So you're building habits that help you develop into who you want to be, help you grow into who you want to be. And so, like I said, I have about 10 things on my list right now. And so I'll just go through, look at all of what I did and didn't accomplish in 2023. So on my 23 by 23 list, look at what I did and didn't accomplish, and just kind of scratch through it, because what I did makes me, feel accomplished. Sometimes I forget to scratch it off, even though I did do it. And then what I didn't do can roll over into next year, and that's okay, right? So it's that balance of setting goals, but you set the goals, and you're not allowed to let your own goals stress you out. So if you need a little extra time, you could show yourself some grace instead of, negative chatter and saying, very negative things to yourself internally in your mind. You could show yourself some grace and roll them over to the next year. And so my list had, of course, like I said, 23 things on it. And I accomplished about 8 of them. 8 of them. This was a very busy year for me, work wise. I am trying to serve more people, so I had to do more this year. So I hadn't had a chance to like really dive into like my bucket list or my 23 by 23 list. Although I looked at it every single day, I wasn't always able to find the opportunities to, me to go, and that's okay. I could roll over what I did or my goals to the next list. Sometimes it's part, you do part of it. Like for instance, your goal could be, oh, this year I want to save $10,000, and maybe you only save six, and that's fine. Where you may not completely meet your goal, you somewhat meet your goal. So you can decide whether you want to still scratch through or check it off the list, or if you just want to roll it over to next year. And again, it is okay. Balance is key here. We do not want to stress ourselves out. We want to set reasonable goals. We want them to be specific and something that we, that's purposeful and actionable, and that we can measure the results. And so sometimes you just need a little bit more time, because we are estimating or guesstimating how much time we think something will take. And sometimes it takes a little longer. And so I am going to create a list. I don't necessarily think that I could show you what I'm doing, but just go ahead and start a Microsoft document and entitle it 24 by 2024. And then number 1 through 24. Depending on how many areas you have, you can just split it up that way. Or if you already have ideas or bucket list items that you want to just carry over into the list, just start writing them down. Savings goals, personal finances, career goals, family goals, social goals. Just go ahead and start filling up your list and see how many items that you can put on your list that can help you achieve your goals, get closer to your mission, be the person you want to be in this world. Again, I believe that this is your life. It is yours to design it the way you see fit. You can become the person you want to be. You just got to work at it. It's not going to just kind of drop into your lap. You have to be proactive. Stephen Covey says the first rule is be proactive. I also believe in beginning with the end in mind. So if you know where you want to go, you can reverse engineer backwards. And a buy list will always help you to do that, because you can open it daily. You know what it is you want to accomplish, and you can find opportunities to do so. So put some fun things on your list, some things you want to try. Put some silly things on your list. Also, I believe in difficulty levels. Don't just put hard, obtainable goals that will take you the whole year to achieve, because you may spend the year focusing on that one goal and only accomplish one. Put some goals that are easy to achieve, that may be a little inconvenient. You may go out your way to do, but they're not so unobtainable. So, space it out. Put little silly things up there that you could do within 5 minutes, and put large goals that may take, 3 months of planning, 6 months of planning. But the variety will keep you refreshed, will keep you engaged and wanting to find opportunities to, scratch something off your list, to check something off your list. And so make sure that all of the things that you put on your list is something that you want to do, that you have a desire to do, not because you are competing with someone else, or you saw it and you thought, oh, I can do that too. But you really have a deep desire to do it, which means that it doesn't feel like a chore. When you think about it, you get excited. You're like, oh, I get to do this thing. And you work towards the goal. You work towards moving any challenges or obstacles out your way so that you can meet your goal. It's so important to find things that I would say set your soul on fire, that you find unique or interesting, or it sparks your curiosity, or make you, feel childish and bubbly inside, and make you feel good, or at least just make you feel alive. And that's ultimately what we're trying to do, right? Find things that make us feel alive and happy and satisfied and joyous, right? All the positive things in life. And so this is a great way to do that, right? The buy list. It's one of the tools that I use each year. Like I said, I use it daily because I open it daily just to kind of look at it. I want to make sure that I'm having fun and enjoying life and taking time to be in addition to do. We all been programmed to do, and we spend most of our time doing, right? But we rarely stop and take the time to be, and be is just as important as doing. And so it's in our best interest to stop and be, put some be items on our list, like go to the beach and just, stand in front of the ocean and, feel your powerfulness and your insignificantness, if that's the word. Feel how insignificant you are to the massive ocean, right? Or go out to nature, or look up at the stars, go to the planetarium. It's so important just to do things to be, or just take a whole day. You can put this on your list. Take a whole day of just doing nothing, right? Sitting around doing nothing, just being, just in your head, a quiet moment in a quiet space, doing all of the things that you love, that make you feel happy and unique and powerful, and able body, and just all the juiciness of life, right? You can put that on your list. Just take, or hey, you could say take a day a month to do that, right? It's your list, your rules. You make it so that it helps to enhance your life. And then you can also put things on there that you want to do. That's important too. If you want to do something new, if you want to go somewhere new, if you want to meet someone new, you can put those things on your life. On your list. All goals are important if it is important to you, if you have the desire to do it. I say go for it. This is an easy way to go for it, and it's an easy list to write. And so, if you want to try it, if you think it's something cool that can help you, share with me in the comments. Tell me what you're thinking about it. How do you think that it can help you? I'm going to go ahead and share some of the things that I have on my list, my 24 by 24 list this year. I want to serve more people, so I want to make sure that I am connecting with more people here on LinkedIn or YouTube or Facebook or wherever I'm building my community of practice. I want it to be a safe place for people to come and practice stress management, to ask questions, to figure it out together. I teach stress management, but I still have to manage my own stress, and it is wonderful to have a tribe. And so I want to increase my ability to serve my tribe by increasing my connections on social media. I also want to learn more about technology so that I can serve more of you. I also want to write more poetry. That is my very first love. And one of the big things about this buy list is you get to rediscover all of the things that you used to love that you no longer have the time to do. So you can add those things on your list. And poetry is the first thing that I love, the first thing that I was gifted with, or that I realized that I was gifted with. And so I've been writing poetry my whole life. And so I want to get back to that. I want to continue to write poetry daily. I want to get back into the practice of feeling more like myself, like a child again, of doing the things that make me happy, make me feel whole and purposeful. And poetry is really one of those things. So I want to, you know, do more poetry. I also want to share my poetry. I want to, share some of my thoughts with you. That's on my list. I really want to create a community, a safe spot, space where we can all come together and share what we're thinking, what we're feeling, what we're working on, kind of like a mastermind. It's so important to do that. I also want to get back to reading 52 books a week. I used to do that. I work so hard now. I do not get to necessarily read 52 books a year. So far, I did count maybe a couple of days ago. So far, I am only still at what? I'm about at 40. 39 or 40. I think I'm on my 40th book. So I'm 12 books behind. But I find that when I am reading, my brain fires quicker, my vocabulary increases. I can, discuss more out of the box ideas. I can entertain two thoughts at the same time. I can fire quicker. It's just better when I am brain training, when I'm training my brain through reading. And I want to continue to read a book a week, and make sure by the end of the year that I am reading 52 books a year. I think it's so important to do that, to focus on your health, your stress levels, and your well-being. And so reading is a big tool to do so. I also want to make sure that I'm meditating each day and journaling each day. For a minute, I got so busy that I became a hypocrite and I was not practicing my own stress management solutions. So I'm stepping back and making sure that I am reading, meditating, journaling every single day. I'm not just focusing on doing, but I'm also focusing on being. That is the only way that I can continue to have an authentic community of practice, is by me living an authentic life, right? And I'm hoping to open myself more into sharing that with you. And so this is a great way to do so. And so yes, please share with me some of the items you're going to put on your 24 by 24 list. What are you thinking about this year? How next year, for next year? How do you think you'll spend your next year? What do you want your next year to be like? One more thing I want to think about, I want you to think about, is each year I like to pick a word and focus on, or center my life on this one word. And this year's word was empower. And I put myself in so many scenarios to empower myself, to grow, to develop, to be the Ebony that I know I am. And so I empowered myself this year to face my shadow sides, the things that I may try to hide or run from or protect, or I just wanted to just be myself fully, authentically. And so I did the work. And so this year, or I should, I'm already in 2023, obviously, but in 2023, the word of the year is receive, or receptivity, or reception. I want next year to be a celebration. I want to be in communion with people. I want to have connections, deep connections. I want to build relationships. I want to receive what I've sown. I want to serve the world. I want to do it on a larger platform so that we can all practice stress management and be the change we want to see in the world and add much needed value. This world can be so beautiful if we all do our part to understand ourselves, to manage our stress and stressors. And so I'm here to serve and to help. And I really think by picking a word to streamline your year, along, make it compatible with your 24 by 24 list is a great way to keep you focused on what really matters, to keep your years, your steps, your days, your thoughts, your, mindset focused on what's important, focused on what you value, what's purposeful for you, to you, about you. You have so many good qualities in you, so many experiences that are going to bring out the best of you. You just have to put yourself in these, environments or situations or events to, grow, to develop, to be who you want to be, to expand. And so, I think it's important. Share with me the word you're thinking about next year if you want. Again, mine is reception or receptibility or any variation of the word. I want to reap what I've sown. And so I want to share and serve. And so that is my word for next year. So again, I know that this is a busy time for most people, the holiday time. It is also a stressful time. If you are stressed out, just take some time to reevaluate your life, what's important to you, how you are starting your day, how you're ending your day. It matters. If you just need some help just to kind of order your day, that's what I do. You can contact me. We can figure out how to set up a plan to manage your day. It'll be easy to do, easy to implement, easy to sustain. And most importantly, it will be fun. It is your life. You could get to design it in your best interest. And so I say, do that. Do just that. You deserve that. You deserve to have a high quality life. You deserve not to be stressed out. You deserve the opportunity to be your best self, to add some much needed value, to serve the world, to show up for your family, your friends, your workplace, for yourself, because you have the energy to do so, because stress is not standing in your way. So, yes, if you would like to just kind of discuss stress, just check out my link. We can schedule some time for us to go over your stress management. Also, if you would like to do it in a group setting, every third Saturday of the month, I do a stress management fun shop. It is so much fun to come together as a community of practice with other people to learn stress management techniques, to practice them, to figure out how you can implement them in your life. It is like a stress management party. So the first couple of minutes, maybe like the first 25 minutes, we go through stress education. We talk a little bit about stress. And then the next hour or so is like a party. We learn how to implement stress management solutions. We learn how to do it in a fun, playful, and creative way. We talk about how you can incorporate it into your art. It is a good time. It is well worth the time, the investment, to come to one of the fun shops, the money. It is worth it because you learn some valuable tools to increase the overall quality of your life. So if you are interested, just check out the links in I think it's below or to the right. Check out the links. So together we can manage our stresses. Together we can grow, develop. We can add some fun, play, laughter, joy into our lives. We can enjoy this one experience that is life. We only live once. And so we want it to be our best life. We want to do the best while we're here. We want to grow and develop. I believe that essentially all of us want to grow and develop. Although we hate change, we are built for change. And although change is hard, it is something that we must do proactively if we are to reach our milestones, our goals, our dreams, all of the things that we want in life, right? It's easy to do when you have a community, when you have a support system, when you have someone who is, standing next to you. You all are helping each other grow and develop and reach the goal. when you are working on yourself from the inside out and you're around other masters, leaders, people who are also working on themselves from the inside out. So, again, I will continue to serve, create a community of practice, help people to manage their stress, help companies to retain their employees by changing their work environment so that employees can manage their stress. Stress is so it's prevalent, but it's something that shouldn't be prevalent. We should be challenged, but we should not be stressed. Stress is ultimately something that can make or break us, regardless of how positive you think about stress, which is important. Your perception of stress is important. So if you think stress is good for you, it helps with how your body, interprets stress and how it impacts your body. But still, too much of it, regardless of how good you think it is for you, too much of a good thing is detrimental. And so stress and stressors is not something that we want to have every day. It's petty annoyances and things like that really impact our mental health, our well-being, our relationships. And so we have to manage it. And so it is in our best interest to manage our stress, to go out of our way to do it, to make it a priority, for stress management to be the first thing you think about, and when you wake up and as you progress throughout the day, because you want to make the best out of every day and not feel like the world or your day is crashing on you, right? You want to be able to feel like you're in control, because that's what stress is. When you're feeling out of control, you want to feel in control because you are aware of what your stresses are, how they impact you, and what you can do to manage them in any given moment, any given situation, right? And so when I worked in corporate America as an employee, I wanted to be the best. I wanted to do the best. I wanted to, make a change in the world. I wanted to grow. I wanted to develop. I wanted to serve the company. But, stress was a major concern. And I hadn't been taught how to manage stress like many of us, because I looked around and I realized that many of us were dealing with stress and, didn't know how to unpack it or to cope with it and digest it and integrate it, and how, most importantly, how to manage it, right? And so when I started doing the work and figure out that this is so useful, that so many of us have so many goals, dreams, things we want to do in this life, but stress stand in the way, right? We weren't taught how to manage stress. We weren't given the tools or the toolbox to manage stress. So I myself was thirsty, starving for, an opportunity to find relief, to find joy, to find happiness, to find love, to find peace, to all of the good stuff. And I did the work and I figured it out. And as I've been practicing, I've been able to help other people manage their stress, to figure out, give them tools to add to their toolbox so they can figure out how they can implement which tool at any given moment with solution in any given environment to help them manage their stress, to stay on top of it so that it is not overwhelming, so it does not tap out your resources, so that you can always feel in control and powerful of your life, because you are the author of your life. And so you have to feel in control and powerful in order to author your life, right? And so stress management is the tool to do so. And I know stress is kind of like a badge of honor. They say that are not doing enough if you're not stressed out. You're not going to be successful if you're not stressed out. But I do not believe that that is true. I believe that you can have both success and peace. You could be challenged but not stressed. Stress is not normal. It's not healthy. When it's chronic, it's not healthy. And so we want to be aware of that. We want to make sure that we can show up as our best selves, because the world deserve it, your family deserve it, your employer deserve it, you deserve it, everyone around you deserve for you to be the best you. And in order to do so, you must manage your stress, and we can do it together as a community. If the world, just imagine what the world would be like if we all practice stress management. What would the world be like? What would your daily experiences be like? How would things change in your life? What would it feel like if everybody around you were managing their daily stresses? And so it's something that is obtainable. I believe it's something that we can work towards together. And so if you are interested, come and join the free community of practices that's on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. If you need a little bit more help, I do some personal lifestyle consulting. You can also come to our group sessions on stress management, which are every third Saturday of the month. You can look for information in my bio. And I hope you are taking care of yourself and you are taking care of your well-being. I am taking this week, calling it Wellness Week, and I am practicing resetting. And I'm hoping that you all are going to join me. So tomorrow I will also be here at noon. I think I am doing 365 tomorrow, which is, I think, tracking yourself. So tomorrow will be about 365. So join me tomorrow at noon, where we tackle another tool, trick, tip, or technique that can help us manage our stress, to stay on it, to order our year, to be excited, to wake up excited about life, about creating, about being your best self. And so, yes, join me tomorrow and every day this week. Uh, Please feel free to ask me any questions. You can email me, you can message me, ask me any questions you like about stress management, about the 24 by 24 list. Please share any special things you want to add to your list, or if you want to share your list, please feel free to put it in one of our COPs. We have a tribe, we have a community. The work life warriors work very hard to balance their work and life. And so, yes, please share it with our work life community, work life warrior community. Find us on LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. All the information that you need is out there. Every Monday at noon, I give a new tip, or technique to manage stress. So join me every Monday at noon. Wednesdays are our wellness work break. So I do something like, deep breathing. So join us Wednesdays at noon to do some sort of wellness work break. I normally keep these sessions within 15 minutes, so it's free. Come join us on the web. To do some deep breathing with us. On Friday is Fun Funny Friday, so join us at noon to do some laughter yoga online. Sometimes we do a little dancing, but we create a community, a safe space for us to practice stress management in professional settings, and for us to make sure that we are bringing our best self to the world. And so if you are interested, join our COP. And if you have any questions, you have my contact information, and I will see you soon. I did plan to be here until 1, and so I'll stay on for another about 5 minutes. If you have any questions, I've been on for about 42 minutes now. So if you have any questions for me about stress, if you want to ask me anything about the 24 by 24 list, about Wellness Week, if you have any questions in general about retention or anything, I'm going to stay on for the next 5 minutes. So just ask me anything. Please share your thoughts, any work you're doing, anything you're adding to your 24 by 24 list, what you're thinking your word will be next year that you're going to follow. I am going to, right now the sun is right there, so it's kind of like casting a shadow, but I'm going to fix this for tomorrow so it's not casting a shadow. I probably had to just shut the window since it's so sunny. Any questions for me? Ask me anything. Anything? Anything? Any question, anything you want to know? You can also email me personally. Do you have any plans? Any special plans for this week? For New Year's? Any special plans? Share with me below. Do anything special? I'm hoping to do something special. Okay. So if you don't have any other questions for me, then I think I'll go ahead and go. Just share with me in, the chat, or send me a message directly, or email me if you have any questions about stress management, about my fun shops, about my laughter yoga sessions, about wellness week. If you have any questions, just reach out to me and I will do my best to answer any questions. I've been on for about 44 minutes. I wanted to give you an hour to talk to you about the 24 by 24 list, to offer you a solution for next year, to help you focus on things that are important to you. And I hope that this is helpful. I hope that I am serving you. I am giving you the tools that I used and I needed, so desperately needed, when I was looking for stress management solutions. And so it worked for me, and I'm hoping that it can work for you. Just give it a quick try, just see if it can help. Give yourself some time and see if it, increases your excitability, if it makes you more engaged, in control, more powerful. And I think that I'll go ahead and stop here. And I hope you have a great day, Work Life Warriors. I will see you tomorrow at noon for our wellness week exercise for tomorrow, which I think is 365 tracking. All right. Thank you so much, Work Life Warriors. Have a great day.